Okay.
2 crits and an auto damage. And what would you like to do with your...
We just turn it into a block.
So you have a total of 3 blocks, which does block my 3 regular hits. So just my 2 crits going through. 2 on the tree. He has a little bit of choices here. I can do 2 damage and a reposition, which is very tempting. Or I could do 4 damage. Or 2 and a push. I think, however, let me just confirm. Well, Mando is in range to score that objective,
Yep,
so I will take the reposition.
I think that's the way to go.
So that will be 2 damage to you, plus my reposition. And so is this a fair play that if I end here, I can then go up as long as I'm within an inch? So even though my other guy's there to sort of block me, I can end up something like that, right?
Excuse me, you're a millimeter over the... No.
I am a millimeter over the edge. All right. Success. After all that wonkiness.
Not a bad turn at all.
And so then he actually should be in this deck, so I am going to reshuffle this.
Yes. Yep. Good call. All right, let's see where... Oh, so let's score your points, too. You have the priority, and you have the back point, so that's going to score you 3.
No, I don't have this back priority.
Oh, you don't? That's right.
That was the whole bummer, is that I couldn't get that one.
So you do score 1.
Tons of fun.
And we'll see where our priority one is. It's going to be the failure, which is way in your back line.
Well, you know, sometimes you get the tender mercy. Sometimes the force is on your side.
I mean, that's true.
I think it's not true at all. I think the force is a universal constant.
So I think we'll take Leia out of reserve.
Ooh, coming out of reserve.
Which is...
my favorite thing.
Where's that card? Where's my reserve pile? Oh, there's... Okay, it should be here. All right, so we're going to go with her.
I'm going to take my action.
Yep.
All right, close the deal. Choose an allied bounty hunter character. That character may move and make a 5 dice attack targeting the character and the unit that was chosen to activate. So it doesn't actually even say that there's a range limit on that. Is that actually just how that works?
I guess. I mean, you'd still have to be within range of one of your attacks, your melee or your...
I see, so it's a 5 dice attack, but the assumption is that you're then measuring it based off of that. Okay, well, I will still use it to move Mando. And
I mean, because what I thought you would do is move him here, you claim this top point, and get an attack on...
I guess that's true. IG is a bounty hunter.
But that also gets Mando into the thick of things, too.
Tough choice. Well, I made a small brain play, and you proposed a slightly larger brain play. So I'm going to stick with the small brain because that was what my small brain came up with.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to take advantage of your slightly more experienced knowledge of how to play this game. I'm going to end here. I cannot climb up because there are people in the way, but I will take a shot at Leia.
Yuck.
5 dice, nothing terrible. And that did cost me one of my force to do.
Hey, I have 5 dice too.
I rolled 2 misses.
Me too.
Okay. My 1 expertise for Mando is going to convert into just a good old-fashioned regular hit.
And mine converts into a block.
So I do 1 total on you, which does just 2 damage.
Just 2 damage.
Just 2 damage.
All right, that's going to put her up to 5.
We'll take it.
All right. So now here's the... So we get this free reposition at the start of her turn. So I think we go right into their face holes.
Droids don't have faces?
They do have face holes, though.
That is true. I've seen that.
So now we're within range 2 of 3 different targets. So we're going to use our Fearless and Inventive. This is going to cost a force, and we're going to go into IG number. So choose a character in this unit, and this costs 2. Nope, that's low blow. When a character in this unit makes an attack as part of a combat action, before dice are rolled, this unit may use this ability. Add 2 dice to the attack roll for each enemy character other than the target that is not wounded. So the Dark Troopers are currently wounded.
They are, but
so
you
they
still get
haven't
to add 2.
activated yet. So I still get to add 2, and we'll take a focus action first as well.
Good.
So we'll add 3 dice to this. So this will be 9. Oh, this is melee. Yeah, so 9.
It's very rude.
Going into IG 11.
IG 11.
IG un. Well, that's a great roll. As is that. All right,
Yeah,
so
there's no failures in there.
there's no failures on either of our rolls. We apparently know what we're doing now.
2 expertise for you.
And that 2 expertise with our shock lance will turn into a flat damage and another hit.
Okay. And my 2 expertise with IG will convert into, wow, 2 blocks and a reposition.
Ugh.
That's pretty fancy.
So while we got 7, so you have 5. So you're going to block a lot of those. So I'll end up with 3, looks like.
And I assume my reposition happens after the attack?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to do... Yeah, I kind of like that at all. We'll do 2 damage. Pin, disarm, and strain.
Well, that's good because then that stops my reposition, correct?
The pin would, yes.
Yes,
So you
alright.
get rid of the pin immediately and you just have strain and disarm.
Well, no thanks.
Just
thanks.
strain and disarm.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Bloop. Bloop. And that is Leia. We moved her off a point, so we score nothing.
Scored nothing, but you win the hearts.
So I do get a momentum because it ended on your side.
Ooh, fancy.
Even when you lose, you lose.
There you go. Cheat codes. All right.
Oh, before you do, roll the die first.
Oh, yes. It's going to be the one back there. It's the one that's up near the scrum. So maybe this would be somebody who's not Grief or Mando. It's IG.
Nice.
Well, it's not what I want.
Hey, you can get rid of one of those special conditions.
Is it just like every time you get activated? Oh, that's right, his ability. Oh, and then I get a free dash after that. Well, yeah. All right, let's do that. So I'll get rid of the strain because nobody likes being strained. What is disarm?
No expertise on your
attack.
Next attack.
Got it. And the only way to clear it is just to, is there an action that clears statuses?
Yeah. Yep. Recover.
Got
You
it.
can either heal a damage or from you or someone within 2, or you can remove a special condition off of yourself or someone within 2.
Got it. Well, so I get a free dash, and the free dash is going to be enough to get me control of this.
They sure will.
So I'll use the recover to get rid of the disarm, and then I can still shoot Leia, correct?
Sure can. I think that's the way to go. Getting rid of that, and then I'm on my weaker defense here because it's ranged versus melee. So I'm only
Just
rolling 5.
before I commit to that, I just
Yeah.
want to see if there's anybody else I might want to shoot. I can't shoot Lando, and I could probably reach these bears, but they are still wounded, correct? So it's got to be Leia.
Oh, you can shoot the bears and add status effects, but yeah,
Yeah.
no damage would go on to the... Well, the trappers are up and operational.
Oh, they are up and over. Is that the one that's closest?
Yes. Range is 5, I'm assuming, so
Have they? But they were the ones who've already activated this phase.
yes.
Okay, yeah. So we'll go for Leia.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I rolled good for once. I did good. You did very expertised. All right, my 1 expertise is going to convert into another crit.
Okay.
So I'm sitting on 4 crits and 3 hits.
All right. Our expertise converts to 1 block, and we turn a crit to a failure.
Rude.
So yeah, you're probably going your whole tree.
That's going to be 5 down it. If that's not quite. Yep, not
It
quite.
depends on what route you go.
I suppose that's true. All right, so how many hit points do you have remaining?
4.
1, 2, 3. So I could, if I went down the middle, I could heal 2. That's pretty fancy. I can get a reposition, but I don't want a reposition. I can shove you. It doesn't really matter. That is a
Pin.
pin. And
Top
double-
route would give you the damage and expose, and pin.
Yeah, so 4 damage, pin, expose, and the heal. That's the way we're going to go.
Yep.
All right, so it's going to be a total of 4 damage on expose, a pin, a 5th damage, which has not mattered, and then a double heal. IG's pretty good.
Yeah.
IG's pretty good.
So it was strained, right, and pinned?
It was, yes.
Strained and pinned.
No, sorry. It was exposed and pinned.
Oh, exposed, okay.
The exclamation mark.
So she gets wounded.
And I get a momentum cube. Look at me.
So you get a momentum.
And then I score just the one there for one more point.
Oh, you'll score 2 because you have this one now. And
Oh, that's
you
true.
have that one.
That's right. Sticky objectives in this game.
Right.
All right.
So 1, 2. All right.
What you got?
I got low gray.
You got some more teddy bears.
I do have some more teddy bears, so we will activate him. He'll become injured instead of wounded. He'll clear that strain that's on him, and we'll use our tactical ability.
That's cool.
So there's not a whole lot over there outside that death trooper. Oh no, we wounded them all. And
Yeah.
none of them have gone yet.
You say we, Luke did all the work.
Right.
Like Logray's trying to take some credit here, but
All right, so at the start of this unit's activation, each allied Ewok warrior unit gains hunker and may
I do
remove...
believe the Ewoks are Eli's.
They, yeah, it's like the whole Manning family.
Yeah.
They all kind of look like that. And then each... So he would gain, so Wicked would gain hunker or remove a condition or 2 damage. He's undamaged and he doesn't, and he's engaged with somebody, I'm sure. Yeah. So he doesn't gain the hunker. And then each allied Ewok scout character may dash. So if I can have that dash tool.
Nope.
Oh, you know what I should probably roll for my priority? And it is the failure, which
Back here.
again, way over there, but we'll dash here.
Combos.
And we'll start making our way downtown. Marching fast, people pass, and I'm homebound. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
All right, Vanessa.
And then, I mean, there's no reason to be here, so I think we just take off.
Woot, woot, woot. The woot
We'll,
and scoot.
we'll spend 1 for Ewok command. Each choose an allied Ewok supporting character within 4. Chosen character may dash, gain hunker, remove 1 special condition, or make a 5 dice attack. They're really too far away to be making 5 dice attacks, and we want to get rid of the strain. But we will move them. Get rid of the strain. And then
It's both of those or.
it's make an attack or remove a condition.
Oh, I see. Fancy. Fancy, fancy. Ewoks are pretty good.
Ewok, they seem to be. They're a little squishy, but that's part of their charm.
They got that trap card, though. I suppose the nice thing about the trap card is that even if you remove the Ewoks, the trap card is still in play. Is that correct? Or does it go away when they are removed from the board?
Great question.
Because if it stays in play, then that's another disadvantage to having them. Is yeah, you have to move around the momentum tracker. You can't just walk on it.
Yeah, it's impassable terrain. So we'll move here. We'll end up spending another force to make a short movement and get hunker, so we can ingress up here. And then we'll take another move action to move onto the point. Keep our hunker. Oh, no, we won't because we'll be within 2 of IG. But since we're actually on the same playing field as the objective, we'll flip it. So we'll end up gaining
2.
2.
Pretty slick.
We didn't get it back onto the center or onto our side, so we'll gain momentum.
Don't like that.
And that is the Gray of Low.
Okay, it is going to be, ooh, my Dark Troopers.
What a time for them to now be targetable.
All right, so they come back. They are now wounded. Is there a status to clear off of them? I don't believe there is.
Pen? No, because they couldn't be pinned. That's the Death Trooper, Gideon.
All right.
So yeah, no conditions.
Oh, sorry, I gotta see what this is. This is going to be
The same one in the back
same
there.
one in the back. Well, that's great. So that means I actually get
2.
2 points for that. Maybe I can get some more here. We got the jump boots. And that's pretty much it. We got jump boots. Well, Leia's looking a little...
Leia is wounded.
She's wounded. Oh, she's wounded?
Yep.
So the 5 that's on there is not on there?
Correct.
Got it.
Well, you clear it once they activate
I
again.
see. Got it.
Dan always yells at me for taking it off, so I try to be good about it.
Ah, Dan.
All right. Cole!
All right, well, I guess we should try to... We do have some pushes on our tree here, so I think we should try to take that middle point and maybe that point over there as well. So we're going to take an advance and a shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Take the advance mover.
I guess.
That's the dash.
Yeah, where's the advance? Oh, here it is. There it be.
All right. So, and we can go through our own guys, which is nice and silly. I like nice and silly things. So,
Oh, that's the Death Trooper.
that is the Death Trooper. Okay. See, they do look identical. Everyone agrees. They look,
Everyone says.
everyone says. So I have to be outside of range 2 to shoot, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no real way for me to get. So I guess we're gonna melee these guys.
Well, so just so you know, so with pushes, you can follow up. So if you have a bunch of shoves on the ranged attack, you can then
That's what's true. So I could
inch
come
in.
over to like here, as long as I am more than 2.
And you want to be outside of 2 of Wicket too, because then you're engaged with Wicket.
Right. So it's a tough life.
A bug's life.
Well, sure. Why not? It's not going to work out for us, but we're going to try it anyway. All right. So if I end up here, that's an ingress point, so I could climb down. Is that correct?
That is correct.
However, I don't know if there's a legitimate standing point for me because of that whole centimeter over the edge thing, right?
Oh, that's fine.
You're going to allow that?
I'm going to allow that.
Quick, Heather, go get Ryan, put Ryan on the channel, and show Ryan my placement there, and then he'll just rip me a new one for 20 minutes.
Spidey Dude with the 15 stream streak. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. You nerds
All
are
right.
still playing? Heather, yes, we are.
Heather, get Ryan, please. All right, so this one is going to be melee here, and we'll go with this one first, this melee attack here. So this is a crushing punch. I get 6 dice, that's fun.
And against melee, I have 6.
Ooh, that's very impressive for an Ewok.
It's because he's below notice a lot of the time.
Okay, so you got 2 misses, but I got 1 miss here. So you have 2 blocks, 2 expertise. I have a crit, 2 hits, 2 expertise, which are going to convert into just 1 crit. So 2 and 2 for me.
All right, we're going to get 2 extra blocks, and we're going to convert a crit to a hit.
That's very rude. So I have 1 crit that goes through. Just 1 hit. I can do a push and a damage, or 2. So now a push.
A push would clear him off of the...
Because it would get him all the way, right?
All the way off.
All
Yep.
the way off. So we're going to go for that. A push and a damage. Get on out of here.
Now, something that is different, over here, you would in fact bump into the terrain, but here has no railings, because Star Wars hates railings.
Down you go. I will follow up just to keep you from being... I'll kind of follow up like sort of into the middle there.
Yeah,
Make it so that nobody can do what I just did and stand
a great call.
either side of me. And just be a little sweaty here.
Yeah.
Super centered. Super centered. All right. And
I
now,
love doing that with the B1s because their base is so big when they're
yeah.
supporting, so it's like, I can just block anyone from coming up here.
It's a useful ability. All right. And then now we're going to take a shot at those other
Was there
trappers.
any damage that went through there?
Oh, sorry. It was 1 damage.
1.
A measly 1.
A measly Juan.
All right. Well, this is going to be a not so measly 1. This is going to be a shot from my Dark Trooper blasters, shooting at those trappers over there.
All right. They are no longer near low grade, so they're not getting the extra.
I roll good.
I got 5. Yeah, you did. All right. 2 failures, 2 expertise, and a block.
My expertise is going to convert into 2 more hits with the Dark Trooper blasters.
I get just 1 more block out of my expertise.
So you take 2 of these off. So this one plus the one I should have added.
Yeah, this
5 down the tree.
This might actually yoink them from the game.
All right. So how many hit points do they have remaining?
4.
4. They are going to, and this is their second life.
Yep.
So that will clear them from the board.
When they activate again, they'll get cleared.
Yeah. So, but they're going to be wounded before then, so they won't count for anything regardless.
Correct.
So, but I will take the one that gives me 2 pushes, so that way I can hopefully follow up and get on it. So they're going to take a total of 4 damage, 2 pushes, a pin, and a strain.
Pin and a strain. Yeah, that's gonna stink.
So here's the first and the second, which does take them out of range. Here's the first and the second, which does get me into range. Ooh,
Big turn.
fancy, fancy.
Big turn.
But you were allowed 1. I can have 1 too. So a wound gives me a block,
Yep.
and then I now have 1, 2, 3, 4 because that's a priority. Ooh,
Oof.
so close.
Oof.
So close.
Big swingers,
If only I had managed to get the injury over there as well, that would have.
right? All right, we need to slap back a little bit here. Let's see what we do.
No, this is my slap back. You already had this. You already had the first slap.
And
you don't get a slap back when you had first slap.
I did. That was first slap. We're gonna keep them in reserve. We're gonna.
So it's gonna cost you 2
Oh,
force.
I don't have to.
And you don't have 2 force.
Oh, now they can be shot at though.
Assume that I know everything, Tim.
That's fair.
It says it right here on my card. Assume that I know everything.
That's true. All right. Well, in that case,
The character does. I know nothing.
they use this character. Characters in this unit add 2 dice to each attack roll made as part of this combat action. After the attack is resolved, if the attack roll contained 2 or more failures, gain a exposed. All right. So let's try to obliterate Amando. I think.
Amando?
Which is what we're gonna do.
1 Mando.
1 Mando.
I will let you know that the little kid riding in the carriage can do the magic hand thing, and if you take a shot at me, if you roll at least 1 miss, I can then do 2 damage back to you with my magic hand wave.
Well, maybe we're going after Karga then.
Just to let you know.
And I am pinned too, so we're gonna have to use a force, our last force, for Mingle. And each character in this unit may dash. If there's no enemy characters within 3, this character may advance instead. So we're gonna do that. For Lando's movement, he's gonna remove the pin. And then R2 has no enemies within range 3 of him, so he'll get a full move. They also lose their hunker now that they've activated again. So we'll go here, and then ingress down. Ingress down outside of 2 of Mando. And now we'll actually take moves.
Just before you commit, I do have This Is the Way, and this would apply for grief in this situation. If you make an attack at another allied unit, I can heal, but I don't have anything to heal. But more importantly, every other bounty hunter, which includes grief within 4 of me, can then remove a condition and gain a hunker. So just FYI.
Oof, I should have rolled for this earlier before I started doing that type of thing. So it's the one back there, which we're not gonna reach anyway, so it doesn't really affect our plans. So we will move up with Lando and also bar 2D2. And let's start making shots. So we will declare an attack action. We have no force left for the element of surprise. So we'll just go right into it. These are gonna go into grieve, and we'll start with Lando.
This is ranged.
This would be, oh, am I within 2 of him? It might be melee.
It is melee.
It is melee. All right, so his melee is 6 with
Nice.
his unexpected assault. Oh, great roll. Not as great. That's
Not
3
great.
failures and an expertise. The expertise will just turn into another hit.
Well, that's full soak.
Yes,
And
it is.
My expertise just becomes another block. So.
All right, R2, can you do better?
So hold on. I think I get to use my ability here. This is the way. Oh, sorry. That's only if you wound them. Never mind. Don't mind me.
All right, R2. Much better.
Okay, you have 2 expertise to apply.
Just going to turn into a single hit.
And my 3 expertise for grieve are going to turn into 2 more blocks.
Nice. So you're blocking all the hits, looks like. And I'll just have the crits go through, which are going to be 3 damage and a shove.
3 damage. Ow.
So we'll get him off the point. We're not going to follow up, but we will flip this point back. Boop. And look at that. We scored
Scored a point.
1.
Ooh, it's looking not good.
Looking pretty dire.
Looking not good.
And he can be targeted now.
Let's see where this goes to. This is going to be the circle, which is the one over there. So pretty much guaranteed to get this back right here.
Yeah, you're pretty much just setting up for the next
So I
round.
just got to decide what I want to do. I don't know what it's going to look like. Well, let's see who's going, most importantly.
Oh, that's a good call.
It is, ooh, the Dark Trooper. Well, that's good, because he needs to come back. Death Trooper. He needs to recover. He has Imperial Efficiency at the start of this unit's activation. Choose this unit or an allied Galactic Empire supporting unit. Each unit that's chosen can make a dash. And if they have any damage, they can instead make a reposition. However, they're both at full health. Does he have any statuses? He has disarmed, right?
Death Trooper has pin.
Pin, okay. So I will use Imperial Efficiency on himself, which then basically just gets cleared on the pin. All right, so then I can move and do stuff. I don't really want to mess with Luke, because Luke's scary.
Luke has that.
Your Ewok trappers are those the ones I killed? Okay,
Yeah, let me put another.
got it. So
this
low
item.
gray is probably, because Wicket's looking pretty solid.
He's a good dude.
So low gray is going to be the target. So we will move and shoot, or actually, I probably am in range. I could just double shoot, right?
Yeah.
So Death Trooper Export, range is 5. This is low gray there, correct?
That is Wicket.
That's Wicket. Oh,
Low Gray's the one you knocked off the bridge.
you sure? I thought it was low gray over here, because that was why I was targeting.
Nope, that's him here.
All right.
He was over there.
Oh, I see, he scrambled. Okay,
Yep.
well then Wicket's going to get double shotty.
Yeah.
I see if I have anything fancy here. I do believe that my Dark Troopers have coordinated fire. If you're within 5 of them, which you are, you get, before I shoot.
Now, just so you know, coordinated fire on an injured unit does in fact cost a force, because all of your abilities cost 1 more force now.
On an injured unit? Oh, I see, on them. Yeah, that's fine.
For each wound token
Yep.
they have on them.
That is okie dokie. So you're going to gain a strain before
Strain right away.
we shoot you. All right, and then so I can do that again, right? After, because it's 2 separate attacks, and it says when
You can only use an ability once per turn.
each ability once per turn. Got it. Okay. Well, here's a Dark Trooper. Rolling 7 dice. Death Trooper.
All right.
Why do they have to have such similar names?
Yeah, and similar looks, color palettes.
Who thought that up?
I'm just going to block 3.
Yeah, I'm going to do a whole lot. 2 expertise on the Death Trooper converts to a crit and an auto damage. No, sorry, just 2 regular hits. But that's still great.
Yeah,
'cause-
it's 2 more hits that go through. So it looks like you have 4.
So 4 remain after the blocks.
Not bad.
Not bad for the first shot. So the first 4, we're going to go for maximum damage here, which is the top row. It's going to do 6 damage, another strain, which turns into a damage because you already have a strain. So 7 damage and a exposed.
Oof.
And then now we're going to finish you off with another.
Yeah, and this time I don't count expertise. You only need to do 2 here, so odds are pretty likely.
I did roll 3 fails, though. 4 fails. Ooh, not a good roll.
All right, so you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Whew.
That's not going to do it with 4 fails of your own.
So our quick wits for our expertise will add a block and turn a crit to a hit.
Okay, so that becomes a hit. And then my expertise turns this into 2 hits. So that's 4. And then you just block one of them. So 3 down the tree. 2 damage to you.
4 months? Hell yeah, dude.
All right, so 2 down the tree, 4 down the tree, right? So we'll do, is this going to remove you from play? This is only your first wound, right?
Yes.
All right, so we'll go for maximum statuses. Doesn't really matter, but we'll give you a disarm and a pin and 2 shoves.
Disarm, pin, 2 shoves, and I think you also applied an exposed. Oh no, it was another strain, which you gotcha.
Which was damaged. So you are statused out.
Yeah.
So in this case, if I follow up, I can't because his body's in the way. Is that how that works?
Well, so it's kind of the same thing as
You
pushes.
can, oh, I see. You
so
can
you
just
can
kind
like
of,
go to the side and follow up.
Got it. In that case, I will go to there, and then I'll come around to here.
There you go. I don't need his momentums anyway.
All right, and then I got a wound on you, which blocks this to here. Not that it matters, because We just
You'll
scored.
take that one with authority.
Take it with authority.
Well done.
All right. Well, had to come back a little bit because that first round was the first round was a nail biter.
Yeah. And that's kind of like round one always kind of is, a constant going back and forth or getting it right back onto the zero so the momentum starts piling up. But yeah, that's going to have us switch over. So I'm assuming you want to activate your Karga ability.
Of course.
So
That ability I've used a grand total of 0 times.
Wicket will be the priority target this round.
All right, we're shooting the little guy.
We'll clear all of the ownership and flip over the next card. And it is primary units that are going to be challenging the odds this time. So, I think we go with the bottom one here. So we're going to make our favorite point that we've been fighting over and everyone just moved away from back active again.
Oh, you would.
Your top point, which these bears just happen to be on.
Rude.
And this one under
Moth.
Under Moth. Old Giddles.
Old Giddles. Well, that's interesting. Now that we've all finished running away from it, it's back in play.
Right.
All right, and which are which?
Yeah, so this one down here is failure.
Okay.
The one at the bottom of the board is triangle or
Okay.
diamond, and then top is shield.
Okie dokie. Well, that's going to at least favor you a little bit.
Hopefully.
But it won't be enough.
And we will go with Luke.
Oh, well, that might be enough.
Great time. Great time for that. All right, so when he comes into play, he refreshes the force and can jump. We're not going to jump, though. And what can we use the force for? Not a whole ton. Oh, actually we can, yeah. Choose an objective within range 2, each enemy character. Yeah, we'll do that. So we're going to choose that objective that we're on right there.
I can dash.
And you can dash, though you would lose the pin. So probably a great time to just get rid of the
But I can also dash with him as well, right? 'Cause
Yes.
it's within 2 of the
objective.
objective. And if I don't, I get given a status, correct?
Nope. I also get an attack after this.
I see. So you're just like running in and attacking there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, Gideon's actually in a good place to be attacked. He's wounded.
Mm-hmm.
So we will dash.
Hey, Tim, who's the man with the stash?
This is Shaper. Shaper did some Hero Quest with us last year on stream, and he's also going to be part of the new Doomstone series that's going to be starting soon, a new WFRP 4E actual play.
To be clear, also, it's not a stash. It is a porn stash.
That's right.
Have you not watched porn from the 70s? Like, everyone knows this.
All right, so let's go with this 5 dice attack into Gideon.
Moth Gideon. How'd you do?
All expertise.
Ooh, it was fancy. You did some fanciness.
So those are going to turn into 2 crits
This is
and
melee?
a jump. Yep.
All right. Well, I rolled very poorly.
Well, if there's a time for it, it's when I have just crits. So we'll go 2 down our tray here.
Yep, it's going to do it.
And so that'll be 2 damage, a shove, and a recover. Or I could do another shove and another damage. How much does he have? 10?
He's wounded. So he's actually got nothing currently. He's wounded.
Oh, he hasn't. Oh, this is silly and dumb. So yeah, we'll shove him off and we'll heal 2 from ourselves. Yeah, not ideal. Because that's certainly not going to get him out of 2. So we will follow up here.
Come to me.
You know what? Also, I'm going to do, which is a super cool maneuver, is see which one has priority, which is the top one. And yeah, this seems like a huge waste of a turn now. Well, let's just keep trying to push them off so we can definitely have this space. And we'll focus first as well, because we ain't got nothing else to do. So this will be 8 dice going into the Moth of Gideon's.
Rude. Got this one before. I got 2 failures.
Me too.
You got 2 failures. What do your expertise get you?
2 crits.
So 2 crits. That's 3 crits for you and 3 regulars. I have 1 block, and my 3 expertise converts to 2 blocks and downgrade one of your crits.